CCO. Isn't that a zero? We don't talk about that. The greatest invention known to the digital age. CCO stands for No Rights Reserved. When you go on the internet and you try to use any sort of content, usually there's a license associated with it that restricts its use. And usually for full use, you have to pay a certain amount upfront for that commercial use license. And these rules were created by the Creative Commons nonprofit organization. And these copyright licenses are meant to protect creators and create a sustainable future of ownership in the digital age. However, within this complex web of copyright laws, there exists a very special categorization that allows the complete free use of a work. And that's where we come in. CCO, or No Rights Reserved, completely waive any copyright regarding the work, meaning you're free to use it in any project, you're free to build upon it, and there are no restrictions on commercial use. And a lot of the good benefactors of the internet have decided to release their works under this license so that you can benefit from it and make your awesome game idea or vision come to life. For the love of the game dev gods, do not start with an MMORPG. So I'm going to show you some CCO assets that you can use freely within your game, and all of these will be available in the description. Starting off with Kenney's game assets. So I met Kenney personally at Unite 2022, and he's an awesome dude who publishes a ton of free 2D and 3D assets completely CCO. You got 2D tiles, isometric packs, models, UI textures, sound effects, and he even made software called Asset Forge and Kenney Shape where you can even create your own models really easily. I feel like I'm cheating. Oh wow, that was easy. Next up we have Nouns. Now this is an interesting community run experiment, and it features cute pixel characters where all of the assets and the projects coming out of this group are copyright free. And I recently used their 3D Nouns characters, which you can get at 3dnouns.com, in my Crazy Driver game. And because they already had an existing community, I was able to immediately leverage their community and get feedback and players straight away. They also have a sound playground where you can create CCO sounds using generated tunes at nounsounds.wtf, along with an existing library of sounds. But it doesn't stop there. If you thought this video was only going to be about CCO assets, then you were wrong. Mostly. Because this group also helps fund projects if you submit a good proposal and get approved. They have a $50 million treasury, and they recently funded an animated sprite sheet and asset assembler for $37,000 Roonies. Wow, that's a lot. So if you have a good idea and have what it takes, go check out their assets and their site so you can potentially also get funding in your project. Next, we have Polyhaven, which is a public 3D asset library with hundreds of textures, models, and high-resolution HDRIs for lighting, and they are all free of use. Next up, we have the pinnacle of user-generated content on the internet, OpenGameArt and itch.io. In OpenGameArt, users can upload 2D, 3D textures, sound effects. However, when searching for assets, you want to be sure to select the CCO filter to ensure you are browsing for copyright-free content, because some licenses can be different on that site, as well as on itch.io, where you must select the CCO filter, and when you click on an asset, you can scroll down to more information, view the license type, and you can click on that license to view other assets under the same license. You'll want to look for something called Commons 0 v1 Universal. Last but not least, we have now AI generated assets, which are currently considered CCO, but as always, just be careful and check the licenses as usual and be up to date. I personally created a site called Pixela.ai, shameless plug, where you can browse and upload different seamless textures generated with Stable Diffusion to use in your game. There are also others like Scenario GG and ऊLeonardo.ai, which is a newer platform for AI game artist tooling. Pixabay.com offers a wide range of free stock photos, vectors, and illustrations under CCO. Pexels.com also provides free stock photos and videos. Poly.pizza has a collection of low poly models. Be sure to check the license on each, and this goes along with everything I'm saying. Check the license! Freesound.org lets you browse user-generated audio clips. Be sure to select the CCO license filter. And Defont.com has a ton of free public domain fonts for usage, which I always go there to get my fonts. Links for all of these sites will be in the description. See you on the next one.